Welcome to SuperMarcelWorld.
Welcome to this retro review for the amazing classic Clive Barker's Hellraiser. A film every horror fan holds dear, and it's one of those classics you just can't get enough of. A true classic. So let's start with this retro review for Hellraiser.
We'll tear your soul apart.
The story. A mysterious puzzle box called the Lament Configuration opens the doors to either heaven or hell. Frank has opened the box and the Cenobites came for him. The Cenobites are mutilated beings from hell, experts in pleasure and torment. They took Frank to hell for an eternity of torture. Frank's brother Larry unknowingly brings Frank back from hell. Frank returns as a fragile, skinless creature in need of blood. With the help of Julia, Larry's wife, but also Frank's ex-lover, he gets the blood he needs to get back to his former self. But it's only a matter of time until the Cenobites find him. What I like, Claire Higgins. She's really amazing. I think she's the one who carries this film. She has an amazing presence on screen and she's really believable and convincing. She turns from a quiet housewife into this cold-blooded, out-for-blood bitch. The little things. There are a lot of small things in this film that I really enjoy. Some things that people might not even notice or care about, but they are things that I think carry this film to a whole nother level. They just make it even more special. For instance, like the way Julia shivers after her first kill. The way the dust rises from the wooden attic floor after she drops the bloody hammer. Or how about Frank's creepy, skinless body hiding in the shadows. Or like Butterball licking his lips. Frank flipping the rat's skin over while Larry's trying to make love to Julia. That's one of those shots that gets me every time. It's so disgusting, but I love it. The list is endless. There are so many small things when you compare it to the bodies being ripped apart and the Cenobites, everything that's huge and in your face. It's these small elements which I think make the whole even better. Gore and design. The film's main attractions. The designs of the monstrous beings and the gore. Both are just absolutely terrific. Like the different stages Frank goes through, but also the kills. The look of the Cenobites, the engineer. Everything is so out of this world and insane. I totally love it. It's disturbing and amazing at the same time.
The box. You opened it, we came. Now you must come with us. Taste our pleasures.
What I don't like, the acting. Now, like I said, Claire Higgins is exceptionally good. She's really terrific, but she's probably the only one who's really good. The rest of the cast is pretty cheesy. And another thing, Frank's voice is dubbed, which is even more cheesy, but in a way it kind of contributes to the film's charm as well. Go figure. Goofy. There are certain things in this film which are goofy. Really. Like the sudden appearance of candles in the attic. What happened there? There weren't candles before. Suddenly the Cenobites appear and the room is filled with candles. Did Pinna just go and light them all while Kirsty wasn't there? Yep. You know, it looks cool, but it doesn't make much sense. And with the taking of someone's skin, you apparently get their eyes and their teeth and their voice as well. Wow. Well, that's really convenient. And one more thing, that flying dragon demon thingy at the end, flying away from the fire. What was that about? I always felt like that didn't belong in there, like it didn't suit with the rest of the film. Most magical moment. Jesus wept. The Cenobites have found Frank. And suddenly, out of the darkness, these chains with hooks on them just fly towards Frank and just grab him. And they hook themselves in Frank's flesh and they just slowly tear him apart. And he just gives us his famous last words and the iconic line, Jesus wept. And then he gets torn apart. It's terrific. It's such a great shot. I love it. Did you know? Hellbound. Now, Clive Barker's film has been based on Clive Barker's book, called The Hellbound Heart. And the second Hellraiser film would be titled Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. Doug Bradley. Now originally, Doug Bradley had a choice of roles. And originally he thought, as a starting actor, people should be seeing his face. Because as an actor, that's your selling point. And to hide it behind all this latex and makeup wouldn't make much sense. But luckily for him and luckily for us, he took the role and he became an icon. Pinhead. In early drafts of the script, the name of Pinhead was originally Priest, and during production it became the lead Cenobite. Someone came up with the name Pinhead, it sticked, and it was used in the sequels. Hellraiser creator Clive Barker never really liked this name, and according to Barker, his real name is Hell Priest.
We want the man who did this.
Overall, Hellraiser is a true classic. It's disturbing, it's awesome, it's beautiful, it's bloody, and it's just insane. But there's also room for one or two comedic moments, and my favorite being the part where Julia has just killed, and in the evenings he's on the couch with Larry, and Larry's watching this boxing game, and Julia is watching the game with him, and he asks her, "I thought this kind of stuff made you sick." And very calmly Julia answers, "I've seen worse." And that's really funny if you consider the fact that she just hammered her guy to death. Another huge charm of the film is the terrific score by Christopher Young. It's scary, it's haunting, but it's also beautiful. So Hellraiser has a lot going for it, and even with a few flaws, it's still one of my all-time favorite horror films. I give this film 8 out of 10 puzzle boxes. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks so much for watching. How do you feel about this amazing classic? Is it among your favorites? What do you think about the entire franchise? Which of the sequels do you prefer? Let me know below, we'll talk. If you have the time, hit that like button, maybe subscribe or check out some of the other videos. And of course, I hope to see you back next time. Bye!